It's something plain to see.
So why do girls fall in
Love with me. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Do you know how? You have a start for this?
No,
That's a good
guys, that was the start.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get to redo that.
Sweet.
No
Hi
readers.
guys. Hey everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to season 3.
Of
glad to be here.
It's Anus Thing.
Because we love ass. Titties are cool, but I really like butts.
Specifically butthole.
Buttholes. Yeah, the little skin in between the butthole. You know what I mean?
Buttholeries?
The taint.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't want to say it
Why?
because I don't know. I wanted to paint a mental image.
You wanted to paint the taint?
I want to paint the taint, bro. Have you seen those videos?
Paint the taint
or have you
red.
heard about that trend? I don't know if it was a big thing, but I kind of want to do it where you like put a whole bunch of paint on your body and then you lay down on a piece of like
black paper or something, like canvas?
yeah, that thing. And it's supposed to be like really sensual. Apparently, I want to see my ass and my leg and all that. You know what I mean?
That'd be kind of dope.
Like I've seen some videos of like women who've done it, and they like paint the side of their leg, and it's got like their ass and their legs, and it's an attractive thing. I think. I don't know. I like art. It's an easy thing to do.
Cool. I think we should do it.
I think we should, dude.
Make it like a
Patreon?
a group thing.
Yeah!
I would
Bro,
legitimately be down.
we can literally all 3 add to the canvas.
It'd be kind of dope.
But we could do different body parts. Like we could create an amalgamation of our body together.
Oh, I was thinking more like a human centipede, like all.
That's
three
an
of our-
amalgamation.
No,
of the
but
human-
like our entire bodies, like all 3 of our individual bodies. We just.
I'll be the beginning.
Dunk
I'll be the
ourselves in.
front. I don't want to be the ending or the middle.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, well, I called it dibs. That's like shotgun. It's the rules of shotgun.
You definitely don't want to be the last person in a human centipede.
Yeah, because then you don't get any of the benefits, right? Like if I'm at the front,
What
I don't-
benefits?
I'm explaining it. Like if you're at the front, you don't gotta eat ass, but you get your ass ate. You know what I mean? Which some people are into eating ass, which is fine. You know, so
Right.
those people go in the middle, so they get to eat the ass and get their ass ate. And then if you're at the back of the human centipede, you just don't get. All you get to do is eat ass.
I was more concerned about the amount of residual poop that you'd be consuming. Because if you're the last one, you get everybody else's poop.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the point of a human centipede.
Is it? I've only watched the movie once, and it's been years, dude.
Yes, that's the whole point. That's why it's so gross. It's not about eating ass. The movie's not.
Are you
Not
sure?
some weird
Are you
like
sure?
120 Days of Sodom thing where they're like, oh,
What?
this is.
I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't.
Okay, thanks.
It's a thing. It's basically.
We don't need to get into that.
Well, yeah, it is. It's just a movie and book about like people
Eating ass?
Please. It's a movie about people just doing depraved shit, but like
Yeah.
like really depraved shit, and everyone that's there, especially in the movie, because it's like a commentary kind of thing on power and what it does to people, right?
Oh, yeah. Like Infinity Pool?
Kind of, but worse. But it everyone that's like in power is just like super into it, right? They're like, oh my gosh, like they hire prostitutes to tell them stories about all the depraved shit that they did, you know?
Oh,
And
I
but
think you
then-
told me about
But then they like
this.
recreate it, you know? it's
Yeah,
a whole
you've
thing.
told me about this. I think we've talked about watching this.
Yeah, we need to.
Is it from the guy who did what's the
No, I can tell you right now, it's not because
you know that one video or the one movie? I
don't.
Supra. I don't know. It's like about the witches and the ballet studio. What's it called?
Suspiria.
Suspiria. That's
no.
it. It's not that guy.
No, it's
Okay,
not Dario
Suspiria.
Argento. I
Okay.
actually forget the director's name, but he was actually assassinated
Oh,
after
shit.
the movie release, or right before the movie released.
Bringing too much depraved shit into the public eye.
Because people believed that he was like some sort of like degenerate. But the entire point of the movie is that it's like, oh, these things are not cool, you know? But it was also like the 70s. It was like totally
Too
like
much Bush.
it's still
just too much Bush.
it's just pushing like even moral standards today.
Well,
in
I
the
need
70s,
to watch this.
I
then.
could not imagine.
Well,
like,
and I don't know what it is, but about like I don't know what it is about 70s like movies in the 70s and shit. But like I don't know, movies from that era are just so much more unsettling. And I think maybe
it's
it has
the
to do-
vibe in general.
You know what I mean?
Like it's the recording styles. It's the way that movies were made in general. I think, and then a lot of really good I say indie horror movies are very good at that time because that's close to the time that Dario Argento was big.
I'm trying to think, like the original Red Dragon. When was that recorded? But
like
that's
the Hannibal Lecter movie.
Yeah, the original.
That was
one.
like the 90s.
Was it the 90s? No, the original one.
Not with Anthony Hopkins.
Exactly, the one before that.
Let me look.
And like I swear that was like 80s.
Yeah, those movies are rough, but
that's
where I was going with this. Besides Human Centipede not being a good thing, is,
obviously it's not a good thing.
Yeah, well, you're like, oh man, but you could get your ass ate and eat the ass. It's not the point.
Hey,
but the dude who made 120 Days of Sodom made it based on a book. But the dude who wrote the original book, Marquis de Sade, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is who wrote it. He meant it as a good thing because he was a fucked up guy.
Oh, so he was like, look at all this stuff you could do.
Yeah,
there's nobody stopping you,
basically. And he was he lived in like the 1600s, I want to say. So,
dude, they did some wacky shit back then.
But at the same time, even if it was just publicly, everyone was more against it too. So he was even more subversive for that shit.
Yeah, no, I feel like, some people say that like nowadays people are more depraved or, awful.
Yes.
Whatever, degenerates.
Sure.
But I don't think so. I really don't. I mean, to a certain point, but like, I just feel like the things that they did back in the day, bro, I don't know because obviously I wasn't there, but like I feel like they just did. I get those vibes that they were like some really heinous people who did some crazy things. Like I feel like that was the day and age where it's like, oh, you killed a prostitute, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Which I mean, and like, you know what I mean? Like death was so common.
We had different standards.
You know what I mean? Like death was so common, and like nowadays, obviously, people are like, oh my gosh, somebody died. That's so terrible. You know what I mean? But I feel like back in the day, they're like, oh, somebody died. That was expected. You know what I mean?
The paradigm was so different, just because so many things were considered like atrocities to God, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there was just more death and torture and
like that was like pretty. I feel like that was pretty common.
Public executions, right?
Yeah,
but most of it was as penance for something that you did against the state or against God.
Yeah,
right?
But that being said, people definitely got off on that, like the whole public execution.
Oh,
shit.
guaranteed.
Like
and
they're like, ooh, this is fascinating.
Isn't that so funny too? That as long as you use God as your scapegoat, you can pretty much get away with anything. As long as you say you do it for a higher power, without even really having a commentary on today's world. It's
pretty wild.
It's just kind of how things have unfolded because there were some really rough ways to go out back in the day.
Yeah. In fact, like, so talking about something we've talked about that you and I both have such a love for, Berserk.
Yes.
Right. You know what I mean? Because like. That I don't remember. Was it the Conviction arc? Where like they go to the Tower of Conviction and everything.
It probably was
my nerd is showing. But the Conviction
Put it away.
arc. Don't tell me what to do. But in the Conviction arc, Father Gasmo, something like that.
I know his name.
You know his name.
Oh,
the dude with the flat face.
Yeah.
The one who throws himself on the floor and like smashes his face on the floor in a prostration to God.
Yep.
Right?
Oh my God, it's gonna drive me crazy that I can't think of his name.
Yeah,
right
and the shit that they did there, like they depicted like people on like the wheels, like and they would get stretched out in the wheels. Like that shit happened, bro. Yeah. Like that's a real thing. And like all of that shit's a real thing. Like all that stuff that happens.
Mosgus.
Yes. Mosgus.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
I was close. I was pretty close.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that shit's crazy. And like the shit people did, and not only to the others, but to themselves. It's crazy.
Like self-flagellation.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Like what you learn, the more you go through recorded history, is that there was never like a not weird time to be alive.
See, and that's my thing.
Yeah.
And like literally I talk about that with my mom and I talk about that with people and they're like, oh my gosh, it's such an awful time and there's all this
pronoun bathroom.
Oh my God. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, yeah, like, whatever, you're entitled to your opinion and all that and
it's
everything.
About perspective.
But like, I mean, like, have you read a history book?
Yeah.
Have you heard about the shit that's happened? Like, are you really that surprised
things that
with
are
what's
still
happening nowadays
today?
Yeah. A lot of that shit's happening.
Yeah. We are so insular in Western
I
countries.
fucking hate you.
Stop. It's not a thing. It's not. Don't make it a thing.
Okay.
Don't make it a thing.
You just
Whenever I
throw
say
that shit
words.
out there. You just
because
throw that
it's
shit out
a
there.
word that describes
I
what
don't know what
the
that
point
means.
that I'm trying to
Josh.
make.
I don't know what that means, and I
Josh.
get
We're-
angry at things that
we
I
are-
don't understand.
we are insulated.
Josh. It's just a word. It can't.
What's
hurt
the
you.
word? Do you know what the word means,
Sticks and
Wyatt?
stones. Sticks and
Do you know what the
stones.
word means?
I don't.
Exactly.
The word,
okay,
the
thank you.
word
Fuck.
cannot hurt
Okay.
me.
Insular.
So it
I'm
doesn't.
assuming it means like
We're
in our
insulated,
own,
right?
Oh,
So-
insulated.
Yeah, insular is another
Whoa.
form of that word.
Oh, gosh,
There
I
you go.
love doing these podcasts with you, man. I feel like I always learn something.
Educational.
Whoa.
That's-
Yeah, that's why we have that educational tab.
That's what
at
I
the
bring to
bottom.
the fucking table here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. The tags are only educational. Cameron schools Josh.
XXX.
Cameron teaches Josh a lesson.
Oh.
Cameron punishes Josh for his ignorance. Anyway.
To be fair, your mom does think I'm stupid. We've talked about this.
That's not even the case. Okay. But yeah, anyway, in
Anywho.
Western culture, we are very insulated. And we forget that there's a lot of bullshit happening all around us, right? Because even whenever it is made very, like, high-profile news, right? Like, the classic example of our lifetime is Coney 2012, right?
Yeah.
Where this one guy from, I don't remember if he was from California or if he, was it just from the States, and California is the easiest one to point to.
Yeah.
But he
'Cause
said,
everybody is from California.
pretty well, yeah, it's a general, or a large portion of the population. You can pretty much
Yeah.
just say, oh, it's someone that made international news, probably was from California or
Yeah.
New York. But
Yeah.
he took on this campaign, right? And he said, I want to stop this warlord terrorizing small countries in, I believe, like Africa,
Yeah.
right? And
Did he go get killed?
no, God.
So he didn't go there himself.
His story's interesting. There's an internet historian video on the topic. Very, very good. Kind of summarizes it in like 30 minutes. It's very worth a watch. But the long and short of it is he brought to kind of the international stage this one warlord who was really not very well known at the time, who was like capturing child slaves and forcing them to kill and eat each other and stuff
So
like that.
here's
right?
my question on that.
Yes.
Is that something that like is not common? Like, was it like that warlord was worse than the other
Well,
warlords?
that's what I'm saying, right? Is that this was the one that was brought to the public stage.
Right.
But who's to say how many less high-profile people are getting away with shit like that?
So-
and even if we want to kind of peel the layers back even further, things that happen in America to this day, human trafficking is a huge
it's
deal
for
in North
sure.
America.
Yeah, it's a big
right?
thing.
Like it's insane.
But I feel like that's the case everywhere, like in the
You're
world.
yelling.
What?
You're yelling.
What? I don't think so. Am I yelling? Wyatt would tell me. You're not the sound guy. You don't have headphones
Why
on.
is he yelling?
Okay, that's not yelling. That's whatever.
You're raising your voice at me.
I
Scaring
can't help
me.
it. I
Scaring
just
me a
when I
little bit.
think about child trafficking, it just brings it out of me.
Yeah, that's fair.
How do I make money on that? Do I need to make a documentary?
That would be the legal way to do it. But
How do I tap that fucking market? You know what I mean?
It's an untapped market.
It's an untapped
truly.
market.
Legal human trafficking. We need to get it
just,
regulated.
Just for disclaimer, I do not condone child trafficking or human trafficking. For disclaimer.
Anyway, it's a large issue across the world, right? But that's happening on American soil, and we like to consider ourselves civilized.
Well,
right?
see, okay, and on that note, because I want to talk about that, I feel
Yes.
like if I was born in another country, I would probably hate Americans
Yeah.
because, like, the fact
Even
is,
if it's just based on perception alone,
right, because
it's
like,
easy to do.
Like, how fucking ridiculous is it to think that, like, because what pisses me off about like Americans in general, and like, don't get me wrong,
America's cool.
exactly, like, I'm happy I'm an American, right? Because
The-
we're better than everybody, but that ideology,
I always say, whenever it comes to any sort of like national pride, right? There are a lot of worse places to be. That doesn't
like Ohio.
that doesn't mean that the place that you are can't be better, right? Because that's just the case with anywhere. But at the same time, whenever you put it into perspective, there are a lot of worse places. But continue your thought. Sorry.
So that whole ideology of like, us being better than people, which is true,
More or less. I mean, we don't have very much competition. The fucking British.
What are we? Yeah.
Yeah. Australians can't do shit. They don't have guns.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Well, I mean, to be fair, they did lose a war against ostriches or emus or whatever they are. So
Same difference.
What if they just come over? Like
they're
like,
literally just
like
Australian ostriches. Okay,
Emus.
they have a different haircut.
emus.
That's it.
Do they?
Do
Have
they
a different
what?
Haircut?
Well, they have more hair.
No,
than
I don't
a
know.
fucking
I'm gonna be honest.
ostrich.
I don't know what the difference is between an
Pull a
ostrich
picture
and
between an
emu.
ostrich and
Yeah.
an emu.
Anyway,
but
like
we don't have
it's-
very much competition.
it's-
So
okay.
just saying.
So
like South Korea, what are they? K-pop.
K-pop. Okay, I kind of like K-pop.
K-pop's good.
K-pop's great.
What are they gonna do?
Fucking come.
They're gonna kill us with K-pop. I hope so.
Yeah, that would be great. Actually,
don't
I'd be down.
Yeah. So
They just come in. and
competition
dance.
is not stiff. That's all I'm saying.
But I am when I watch K-pop. But it's very pretentious. I feel like Americans are, like you said, so insulated.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Insular.
I say insulated. I like to
Insulated.
really enunciate. It literally it does not
Insulated.
need that extra enunciation. I
You're
just
right. It
add
doesn't.
it for flavor.
But
For zest.
that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about of pretentious. Like, I feel like Americans are pretentious.
Okay, fuck you, because I don't do this for any other reason than that's just how I like to talk.
Exactly. What? Like that's it. You know, like you do it because you like
Yeah.
it. Anyway.
So
we're
why
getting
are you harshing my mellows right now?
No, I'm just saying it's a perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about.
Why is that pretentious? I'm not doing it to come across any certain way. I just
Any certain way.
I just want to talk like that. I want to sound like
Which
I
is great,
sound.
and I love that for you. Okay.
We
I
do this
love
for
that
us. Like why?
Yeah,
why
exactly.
Making
I love that.
Why you have to make an example out of me?
Well, because you're kind of making an example out of yourself. Regardless, he's taking this kind of personal. But it's the pretentious nature of Americans in the terms of, oh, these people must need my help. And
Savior complex.
oh gosh, I hate that, dude. You know what I mean? I hate that idea that just because they're not living their life in the way that, like, again, you know, it's normal for us, right? Because again,
Culturally
normal. Thank you. Like, just because they don't live in a way that is culturally normal to us, or you know, like they have traditions, whatever it may be. Like the people who are like, oh, we need to get over there and we need to show them some democracy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
and
quite
like,
funny too, because that's what I don't even know. That's been a habit of a lot of cultures throughout human history, right?
Don't touch my foot,
Pick your flavor. Pretty much anyone can point at someone that's not living like them and go,
they could be better.
Or
based off of
different than us.
Exactly.
We have to go impose whatever the fuck we think at the time.
It's because it's like, this is what I like in my life, and this is how I like my lifestyle. Therefore, since they don't live that same lifestyle or have like the whatever same access, I must go give them that access. Yeah. And
we still do it to this day, right? Like
it's awful, and it pisses me off. Like that's one thing that genuinely frustrates me and like pisses me off about people is people. Like,
wow, we're getting real,
dude. Straight up, that this is genuine because like again, like I see it in day-to-day life. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And like, and even here, you know, and like. Again, I'm not against helping people because I love helping people. You know, I like to help them.
That's not what you're saying.
Exactly. What I'm saying is that assuming that they can't solve the problem themselves or they can't come to that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like, because again, struggling is a part of life and a part of experience. And I mean,
not only that, but to assume that you are struggling because you are not living like someone else is very not pretentious, but I would say it's assuming a lot.
And I mean, I just like it. Just
it's bothersome.
I could talk about that for like an hour straight because it pisses me off so much.
It makes sense. We'll kind of divert because this is like something relatively serious, and this is season 3.
Yeah, this is the opening. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Is this the tone? Are we going to talk about political?
No. If this is like people's first episode, everyone's like, what the fuck? What are they going for?
Yeah,
they were talking about buttholes whenever they came on.
I mean, and then they go back and they listen to our other C2 seasons, and they're like, okay.
This is not setting a precedent.
I know.
Do
absolutely
not expect
not. Absolutely not. And
but what I was going to say is, without going too much further into this because I actually think this is an interesting topic to explore. Like I said, this is nothing new. Pretty much every culture, especially once a culture is established and developed, they want to expand, or they believe that because they are successful, that's what works for everyone. So they then, whether it's implicitly or explicitly, they begin to kind of impose their beliefs on other people.
So
and even
here's
the
my
implicit becomes very explicit after a
now
while.
this is going to be my controversial statement of the episode. Listen, if you want to expand your borders, great, have at it. Go to war. You know what I mean? Go take over some people.
Yeah, you're yelling again.
Sorry, I
Go to war.
Go to war. You know. But like if you're gonna do it, like don't do the whole pussyfoot thing of like, oh, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna show them my way is so much better. No, I'm not gonna give them a fucking choice. You know what I mean?
I actually agree.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. I do agree because that is controversial, but I would say I agree.
You know what I mean?
Because there is so much like political pussyfooting.
Exactly. Right?
At this point,
just fucking put it on the table. You know what
I
I
would
mean?
rather be fucking nuked.
You
like,
know what
dude,
I mean?
Just tell me.
Like shit, Russia, you want to come over here? Let's fight. All right, let's fight. And whoever wins gets the other's country. All right, you know what I'm saying?
This is my proposal. Okay?
I'll fight Vladimir Putin 1-on-1 for the Russian Empire.
I will
lose.
That was going into my point.
Oh, really?
That I'm going to make. Yes, half serious, but like not.
But also kind
I would say I'm
eh?
like 70% joking. Okay.
Okay, great.
I think that pretty much any conflict should be solved with, and I mean any, right? Should be solved with a John Wick 4 style duel. Okay.
I haven't seen John Wick's.
It's fine. It's minor
Chapter
spoilers.
4.
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
care.
Fuck
I mean,
you.
you don't watch. You don't watch it for the plot.
Yeah.
It's like
fair.
porn. You know what I mean? You don't watch it for the
You
plot.
can watch that movie on mute and it would still be awesome.
Exactly.
It's true. But what they do at the end-ish of that movie is they say, I want to duel this person, and these are my conditions. This is what you get if... the whole point of those movies, before I go too far into the lore, the whole point of the movies, the fucking main hotel guy, the American hotel guy, says, rules. They're what separate us from the animals.
Yeah,
right? That's
yeah,
the whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Whether you
yeah,
agree with
yeah.
that or not, doesn't matter.
Sure.
But it's very interesting because they say, I'm going to challenge you to a duel. These are my terms and conditions. This is what I get if I win. This is what you get if you win. Or if I lose, this is what I get. Or what you get if you lose is what I get. Whatever the terms are, right?
Yeah.
But then they say, how do you want this to be conducted, right? So they laid out a set of like cards, okay, with different numbers on them.
Like tarot cards?
No, just cards, like numbered cards.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But they're flipped upside down, and they say, what weapon do you want to use? One of them says guns, the other one says knives, right? And then they flip over the card, and whoever has a higher number gets their thing, right?
Okay, sure.
Where do you want this to happen? When do you want it to take place? Blah, blah, blah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's more to it than that, but I do love the idea. If we could get every country on board with that, dude,
So great.
that's all I'm saying. Because you could pretty much just
Bro.
challenge people to duels whenever. And if we set like a time limit, right? Almost like a term limit, right? Say that like a president won a duel, that you couldn't challenge that president for like a year.
Bro, what
right?
I think
that'd be dope.
I think that's a great idea.
I'm into it.
I think that's an awesome idea, but I think
all I'm saying.
I think that the public needs to be a little bit more involved
How
in
so?
terms of.
I'm not a big democracy guy, so you're gonna have to sell me on this.
That's fair. So, hey, these presidents or these leaders of the countries are going to duel. Okay.
Maybe
And-
they're the ones that vote on how they do it.
Exactly.
I can
Right?
get
What
behind that.
weapons they use? Because like, how funny would it be?
They have to beat each other to death with
dildos.
noodles. Yep. There we go.
Dildos. You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
Like, dude, and you can just make a recommendation, right? And then whatever one gets the most votes.
4chan would have a lot of fun with that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know how many?
Tell me how much fun that would. Batteries, dude. Each of you get a bag of 200 batteries, and you just gotta pelt each other.
Dude,
whoever
I'm
dies
with
first.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, damn,
Because
isn't that a great idea?
It's very funny too because let's take a step back. the things that we are doing are so much more barbaric than that currently.
Oh, sure.
Right? Like, just the war crimes that are committed on all fronts are so much worse. So if we did this and we televised it, people would be like, oh, this is awful. This is moral outrage. You are ignoring, once again, all of human history.
Exactly. It's literally like, oh,
this would be somehow the most civilized way to do
and it's
things.
like, I don't see this, so therefore it is fine. Like, what's happening now is fine.
Yeah.
But the moment it comes into like their view or in the public eye,
That's
it becomes, oh, this is immoral. Oh, this is inhumane.
Moral panic, right?
Exactly.
But I do think that just in perspective, it would technically be significantly more.
I mean, there'd be a lot less deaths. But
more humane. But the thing is, every party would be consenting. That's the big thing,
Yeah.
honestly. Because I am a proponent of, for the most part, doing whatever the fuck you want to, as long as it's not hurting yourself or others,
dude,
right?
and what about
without getting too much into the
we're
minutia.
literally gonna create like I'm gonna create a gladiator ring. Like each president has like
We have
10
those already.
Yeah, but each president has like 10 different like subordinates that they're like, these are my fighters, right? You know what I mean? And then they're like, we pick one from this, and they're like, oh, let's fight. But then that's kind of fucked up because that's basically what they do now, putting other people into death. But I mean,
I think the leaders have to do it.
I think so too. All right, so what would be the best weapons for presidents to fight each other with? I mean, we said pool noodles, dildos, batteries. I think
Batteries is good.
I feel like batteries is such a good idea. You know, like I'm talking 9 volts too.
Fluorescent tubes.
Oh, how many do you think it would take to kill somebody?
So much, because
Unless you
fluorescent
like
tubes, even if you break them, they're very brittle, right? So like you
Yeah,
probably
absolutely.
couldn't, unless you got a good shot on like the neck.
Yeah,
you probably couldn't like penetrate very much skin with that.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, because it would just shatter on impact.
Yeah.
You know, it would probably cause a lot of damage, but I don't know if it would kill someone. So that would be a good one.
Mic stands. You know, like mic
Like
stands.
a boom, or yeah. I was gonna say a boom mic, but
Yeah.
I mean that's basically it's basically a mic
Dude,
stand.
fucking gurneys. Like, how would they fight?
Oh, like a
with
WWE match?
Yeah, no, like, but like a gurney. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's basically a WWE.
Exactly.
match.
Hell yeah, dude.
Trump was in the WWE.
Oh, well, he would have like.
That'd be fun to watch him.
Yeah,
he's like 70 years old too.
I know.
That would also be a
Gosh.
really good way to keep old people out of like positions of power.
Dude, yes.
You think Mitch
Yes.
McConnell could kill anything?
No.
No. You could put him against my grandpa, and he would be dead.
Dude, your grandpa is kind of spry though. He's
yeah, that's fair. Bad example.
Very bad example. You could put him against my grandpa, and he would lose. And my grandpa's dead. Okay.
Wow.
Like my grandpa's dead.
How would that work?
Both grandpas.
Just like
are
a
dead,
war
actually.
of attrition.
Oh, I don't know. You just like, you like to help my grandpa get started. You just grab him, kind of throw him.
Oh,
at
if
him.
you just threw,
and then he just like,
yeah,
he's
if you
like,
threw his bones at Mitch McConnell, Mitch McConnell wouldn't be able
would die.
to
You know what I mean?
I think that's
like
fair.
you just get him in the room, and then he's like,
yeah,
you know.
but that seems like a good way to do things.
I think so
right?
too.
So I think we start a country.
Yeah.
And we maybe do this. I'm fine with that. And we're the only people exempt from the rules.
Exactly, because we made it,
We're the
and
founders.
that's how it works.
I'm with it.
Or what if there's like an age requirement? Like once you get over a certain age, like over 60, you become eligible for this. Like it's only
Over
old
60?
people. Yeah, it's only old people, right?
Under 14. Just
Under 14, over 60.
prepubescent.
Yeah, and they're
kids.
like,
They're like, I just want to have a later bedtime, and then we're
Like,
like, the weapon is spears.
it has
the weapon is chainsaws.
It has been stated. The rules of tradition must be followed.
I'm with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fair. I'd love to see like a John Wick spinoff where that's like
It's
the
just
plot.
children.
Just like
Just
children hitmen.
fighting. Yeah,
I'm with it. That sounds good.
yeah. I
Sounds
think
like
so.
a great time.
I think that's a great time.
Child soldiers. Full circle.
too. Hunger Games.
Let's not do that.
That's basically what
way
we're
too-
talking about.
No.
You know what's sad is that literally, everything that we've talked about has already, it's already in media. Like,
It's not a bad thing.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but I
Because
think it's
that
funny.
means that we have some pretty good creative minds. And also, you think I'm going to give away my actual good ideas on pod?
He doesn't have any.
I'm not giving away my good ideas.
Does that
on
look
pod.
like somebody who has good ideas? Yeah, damn it, it does. I bet you. I want to know your good ideas.
We'll talk about it.
We got good ideas together.
Did you see the emu versus ostrich that Wyatt
No,
has
how long has it been on the screen?
It's just been there for like 10 minutes.
9 key differences between these giant birds. What are the differences?
The hair.
It's the.
I
it's
just
the
said
fur.
fucking
It's the,
hair.
It's the fur.
They have feathers.
They are feathers. Yeah.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
I said different haircuts.
It's like
initially.
a circumcised penis versus an uncircumcised penis.
I would just say like
all-
a shaved bush versus a smooth.
No.
Uh,
No, because like
what is
if
it
you-
called? A smooth pubis mons? Is that what the little area before your dick is called? I think it's something like that. There you go. Yeah. Get educated, bitch. I think that's what it's called. Hold up. I have to Google this now. It's just
I don't know.
mound of pubis is what it
Anyway,
means.
because if you look at it, it's like the sleeve, right? Like the ostrich doesn't have the sleeve, but and it's
A
so
sleeve?
yeah, you know what I mean. And like,
I don't. What do you mean?
have you ever seen an uncircumcised penis?
Yes, but
It's like a
sleeves-
a sleeve of skin. But in
it's
this
called
case,
foreskin, Josh.
yeah, and it's a sleeve of foreskin. Like what? It's
AKA
a sleeve.
the penis sleeve. Have you never?
Yeah,
heard of
exactly. Like
Don't-
yeah,
that? Don't make this like penis sleeve is a normal thing.
that's a pretty.
If-
I feel like that's a pretty normal.
If
thing.
I heard penis sleeve, I would think sex toy.
Wyatt, what do you
Wyatt's
think?
asleep.
Is he actually?
Yeah, Wyatt's like fully asleep right now. Just so everyone knows. Like I'm not. This is not a bit. And that's okay. We've all had a very long week.
It's been so much.
It's actually been a long month.
It's been so, dude. It's been so. Anyway,
Yeah, welcome to
penis-
season 3, episode
Yeah,
1.
exactly.
The reason that we had to take a break for this season is because we've been going through some shit.
going through
Okay,
it,
I'm
bro.
looking up just to make
but,
sure I
like,
said this
I
right.
feel like penis sleeve is not an uncommon thing. It's a sleeve.
Pubis
Like-
mons, bitch.
Yeah, I didn't doubt you.
Okay,
I
know. I
believed
just had to
you.
really like assert. That's it.
But I was gonna say how just fitting is it
Yes.
that the circumcised bird is from America and the uncircumcised bird is from like Europe and all that. Do they circumcise in Australia?
Australia's not Europe, buddy.
Regardless, do they circumcise in Australia?
I think circumcision's like.
Is that a normal
if
thing?
If you're a white country, I feel like circumcision's like. I
I don't like the way you said that.
If you're a white country,
You
you're
know.
probably circumcised.
You're probably circumcised.
No, it's not what I'm saying. But just on average, I would say that circumcision is probably more common and prevalent in Western
Well,
countries.
we don't have Wyatt to do the Googling, so I guess I'll Google it.
He could be dead.
How many countries is it normal to be circumcised?
How are we gonna like end this episode?
Oh, from over 90% in Israel and many Muslim majority countries. Shut up. In South Korea, 86.3% in
See,
South
white.
Korea. I'm not gonna
Don't
say
say
it.
it.
I'm not gonna say it. I wanted to, but I'm
okay.
not gonna say
Okay,
it.
I actually do have a very important question.
58% in Australia. So over half.
Yeah, they're white.
That doesn't. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I don't think it does either. It's just
It's
a correlation. Correlation
it's a
is not
Jewish
causation.
thing. Isn't circumcision a Jewish thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jews are mostly white or Middle Eastern.
Yeah. So what is Australia?
White.
What? Are they Jewish?
No.
Is
I'm not
Judaism?
Jewish. I don't have foreskin.
I'm gonna have to check that after the pod.
You already know that. You've seen.
I'm jealous.
Anyway,
Uh.
Patreon. Fuck, you really derailed me here. Oh yeah, when did yellow start being a racist thing?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
And I'm not even.
I don't think it's a matter of the color being racist or whatever, right? Because then it's the same thing. When did black become racist? You know what I mean?
Is
Does-
calling someone
is
black
worse?
racist?
Is that I don't know which one feels worse. Doesn't saying somebody's like it doesn't like saying black feel just a little bit worse than
It's
calling
because
somebody yellow?
we live in a binary society that makes black correlated with
See,
evil.
it's the connotations. Is it connotations or annotations?
Connotations.
Connotations.
Yeah, connotations works. I don't think that there's a.
Okay, but anyway,
Just say
it's
it.
the
Everyone knows what
It's
you
the
mean.
connotations of the word itself. Because
In the cultural lexicon.
exactly, because you could literally be like, "You're fucking beautiful,"
Yeah.
right? And doesn't that just sound a little bit like when you like wow, this guy doesn't like me, but also kind of turns you on a little bit, you know?
I do. I liked it.
I bet you did. Yeah.
It is just funny because I would never have ever thought, like, if I lived in a time prior to the one that I do now, I don't think I would have ever thought to
You know
call
what?
someone yellow.
I don't think I could either
Like,
because I don't see color. I'm colorblind.
But no, like, they're not yellow. Like
I don't know
by
where that
they-
comes
by
from.
I mean people of like Asian descent because that's normally the
Of
people
the-
that are correlated with.
Of the Orient.
Yes.
I think that's
so
technically
the worst,
kind of racist.
The worst.
I mean, that's kind of racist.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this, and I don't mean it.
The worst color that you could describe someone as is brown, though. It's just
that's out of left field. I feel like
yeah,
I feel like
okay,
you're gonna.
yeah.
I feel
okay,
like you're that you don't just throw that out there.
Okay, hold up.
Whoa,
I'm adjusting
whoa.
my PP.
I thought
live on
I was
camera.
the one who said the controversial things.
Yeah, ooh, I didn't think that was even a hot take because
I feel like that's kind of a hot
okay.
take.
Let me fucking
go
back up my
ahead.
point here, bitch.
Yeah, go for it.
So the reason that I even say that is because name good things in nature, okay? Like, and I'm not talking about neutral things, right? Like, you can say fucking tree bark. Name good things.
Trees.
Name good things that are brown.
Otters.
Yeah, but like,
yeah.
poop is brown. Okay, like it's
Poop
just,
is also green. It can also
You're
be
yelling.
green.
Why are you yelling?
I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Poop is green. Dude,
I don't have Wyatt to monitor
you
me.
You know what I'm saying, right? I know he's not adjusting levels.
I know he's what
literally
I'm gonna
asleep.
throw something at him. No.
To
To be fair, he only got 4 hours of sleep.
It's been a long day.
We've been working him hard. Okay.
Poop is brown.
I'm trying to think of something else that's
all I'm
good.
saying.
That's brown.
And
cinnamon. Cinnamon's great.
it is.
Cinnamon's awesome.
But which one's more common in your day to day? Cinnamon or poop?
I mean, I have a lot of cinnamon every day. Cinnamon apples.
That's not what.
Cinnamon Toast
asked.
Crunch.
Which one's more common? That's not
Apple
what I'm asking.
Jacks.
Which one's more common though? And what does that turn into?
How many times do you poop in a day?
I keep it to one.
Yeah, right. Like 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
How many times do you eat something brown a day? At least like 3 or 4 times. Most things.
What does it turn into?
I get what you're
Right.
saying.
And the thing is, right? It doesn't matter.
Hey,
like,
some
really,
people like poop.
Okay, that's neither here nor there.
And
either,
you can
they're
use
wrong.
you can use poop to grow other things. Manure.
Okay, it was mostly a bit's gone too far about the poop brown. Okay, but all I'm saying is there's something about even just the word, right?
Gone too far.
Let's say poop.
Take it back.
Poop is now periwinkle. Okay,
What the fuck color is periwinkle?
blue. It's a blue.
Oh, why? Do you see what I mean? Why? Why'd you say periwinkle?
That's a better name for a color.
Just say fucking blue.
no.
Am I the only one who didn't know what periwinkle was? Am I an idiot? Is your mom right? Am I dumb?
Is your mom right? My mom is almost always right,
Damn.
and that's not me being like my mom is almost always right.
Yeah.
About everything.
Does she know what periwinkle is? Probably.
Yes.
But come on. Like, that's my point. Why do you say periwinkle rather than blue? Just say fucking blue. It's
I
blue.
don't do this for you, Josh.
It's
I
annoying.
like saying
I
periwinkle's a good word.
I think you do it just to annoy me.
I don't.
I think you do.
I almost anticipate it.
Yeah.
But
see, you know
that's
it's coming.
not why I
you
do
know
it.
it's coming.
I don't do any action based on outcome.
Is periwinkle actually blue?
Don't perform any action based
is-
on outcome.
Periwinkle.
You're yelling.
It's fucking purple.
Do you
It's
see?
fucking purple, bro.
It's like a bluish purple.
it's.
I would
fucking-
consider it a blue.
I hate you.
It's like a blue.
It's fucking purple. Google periwinkle and tell me what is the first thing that comes up. Oh, periwinkle's a plant. What is the color of periwinkle?
Oh, you fucker.
It does say it's of the blue and violet family.
Yeah,
Its
I
name is
fucking
derived-
know.
I might be colorblind. I mean, that looks purple to me.
Dude,
What?
it's blue. It says. It's on the blue. It's blue
Oh,
purple.
it says it is blue with shades of purple.
Yes, which it absolutely is, but it's still fucking blue.
You still like okay.
I don't do
All
these
right.
things to annoy you on purpose, okay? I know they probably will, but I'm not going to fucking stop because that's not why
'Kay.
I do things.
Moving on. I don't care anymore.
If poop was periwinkle,
Yes.
brown would still be an insult.
What?
That's my like thesis statement. here.
Why?
Because
What do you
brown-
have against
you're
brown?
saying anything is brown. It just sounds gross.
just sounds
like
bad.
you can literally say
No.
that's so
What?
dude, literally? Oh my god, let's turn it into a
Literally?
compliment, okay? That's so brown. Still sounds gross. Oh my god,
You have beautiful brown eyes.
Fuck that, dude.
Are you saying that I don't have beautiful brown eyes?
I'm saying
my eyes are brown. I'm feeling. Maybe that's why I feel
dude,
so.
okay, listen. I like brown eyes. I don't have anything against them, okay? I like my eyes. My eyes are relatively fucking brown, okay? But
you have shades of green and stuff. He has gorgeous eyes.
All the bullshit. We stared into each other's eyes for like 3 minutes, I would say.
It was a solid.
Before this podcast, that is not a bit. We
absolutely did that.
It was like an intimacy exercise.
We absolutely did.
And I'm not saying that brown itself is a bad color. Okay,
I get it.
I want that to be made clear as well. And I'm not saying that brown people are bad.
That's not what I'm
just to really hammer that point.
Right,
home.
Exactly.
I just hate the way that it sounds to call someone a brown person. I don't know why. Okay, maybe it's just a feeling in my gut. Okay, maybe it's just the feeling that it elicits in my body.
Well, what color is complimentary? It's like, oh my gosh, you're so purple. You're so blue.
It's all based very subjectively because colors don't have any sort of correlation.
They don't have any
They don't
connotations.
have gender correlation. They don't have literally name it.
It's society.
It's very subjective, right?
But whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Like you could have been beaten with like a yellow dish rag whenever you were a child.
The
one
thing,
hate
the one thing that I
yellow.
will say that I agree with you with on this point, Cameron, is if I walk into a house and all of their walls are brown, I'm probably going to turn around and walk out.
That's all I'm saying.
I do agree that it's not the best,
It's not like
unless it's a wood cabin.
Exactly.
But that's nice.
Context.
Exactly.
And
right?
that's the thing is that.
But if you paint your walls brown,
I just think that boiling any sort of like person down to skin color is weird. And
absolutely.
Like,
what? I mean, obviously.
And we still fucking do it. Like
I don't see color.
Pretty
we
much
went over this.
Everyone's guilty of it, to some extent, and even if it's just using it to identify someone, right? But if you're like you see someone in public, right, and you don't have very many identifying factors, okay? They're like, hey, like name some bullet points as to how you could identify them, okay? Let's say for this one, you're not getting like a police sketch done.
All
right?
I'm gonna
like
say,
you're not, this person did not commit a crime. Okay, in this hypothetical.
All I'm gonna say is, if he looks like a great father figure, you know what you're picturing.
You just did it.
You just did it. Fuck you.
Fuck you for your biases.
Shame.
You should be shamed.
Yeah.
Okay, publicly.
Okay, but anyway,
all I'm saying
bullet
is,
points.
So let's say you saw like the most beautiful person in the world. Okay, and the cops want to ask you about it.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, can you describe this person to me because you got to track him down now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No other reason for the cops being there. And you're like, oh, I don't really have very many details, but they're brown. Doesn't sound good. Tell me it does. Tell me it sounds good. It doesn't. Yeah. And that's
I think it's about your delivery. Like,
they were brown.
Oh,
that
no.
doesn't sound good. If you say it
Dude.
positively, that's fucking weird.
I don't think that's
yeah.
how you do.
They were
okay,
super brown.
Listen, if you're saying it's like beautiful, right? You're the one who has like words, and I'm like, I don't think you would like. Okay, so maybe it's a problem with like the situation that you've created and like built.
You're overthinking it. It was
Maybe.
a joke hypothetical.
I get what you're saying.
Joke hypothetical.
But like caramel, right? Like
Yeah. And
caramel's pretty fucking good.
Police are on the search for a caramel-skinned gentleman that has just committed multiple homicide. Like,
right? You know what I mean? Though
it's just, and it is context specific, right? Like that was obviously
right
part of it.
Like if you're gonna use your words to woo somebody who might be of darker
and maybe
skin.
that's what it is. Is that it's just so it's the bare fucking. Minimum.
She looks like my morning mocha.
Oh right.
You know what I mean?
It's
right?
reductive. Reductive is the word that
Well,
I use.
I mean, absolutely. But whenever, but
brown.
that
He was brown.
But the.
Because even if that's a good thing, it's reductive.
Why do you say brown?
Dude, I'm telling now you're understanding. It's just maybe it's just
it's the way you're saying it.
Maybe I just have a problem with the word.
I think
brown.
you have a problem with the word brown.
I think I do. Brown. It's not good. It's not a good word. It makes me feel. It makes me feel disgust. And no person should ever be described as brown. It's so gross. It's an ugly word. And I think I have a problem with it being applied to people the most because that's what I am as a person. But like
and you're like, if anybody says like you're brown, you're like, I'm gonna fucking fight you.
Like, or another word that's just so fucking ugly that also happens to be a brown thing is fucking dirt. Dirt. It's an ugly fucking word. dirt.
Dirt.
That's how you
Dirt.
say it. Dirt.
That's not how you say.
That's how I say it.
You're putting,
Dirt.
You're putting a weird inflection on it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's how you say dirt. That's how you say it. Like if you're going out and playing in the dirt, you're gonna go like, "Hey, mom, I'm playing in the dirt." Which is also really funny. It's like, hey, could you describe the gentleman that just stole
brown?
Yeah, describe the man that just stole your wife's purse. Oh, he was dirt colored.
Oh my gosh, dude! Holy shit, he's dirt colored. Holy fuck!
That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh,
some shit right
dude,
there.
Holy shit!
Brown is the worst color.
Okay, I mean, fair
Holy
enough.
shit.
Holy fuck! I don't know.
It's ugly. And
What's
I hate it.
What's I guess like baby puke colors like green and brown.
Yeah.
So
Green and brown.
Oh my gosh.
Holy
shit.
But that's the thing is that like most, it's funny. It's just language, right? And we could talk about fucking semantics all day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it is funny because so many colors have like a nice little like
right, you just feel good
like,
about it.
oh, it's purple, right?
Purple. See, why are you
Purple.
saying it like
I don't know what
It's
you're talking
pink.
about. No, pink is like pink.
pink?
It's pink.
It's pink.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
Like red makes you feel things.
Red.
Just
makes
the
you feel-
word.
Yeah, it makes
Like,
you feel
Even
yeah.
without, if you were colorblind and you heard the word red,
red.
like ooh, ooh, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
You're like, ooh,
You kidding me?
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Burgundy.
That's brown.
No.
That's brown.
Oh,
Burgundy
wow.
is brown, isn't it?
Oh no.
Isn't that just
Okay,
brown?
So
I feel like that's just brown.
okay, before you do anything, last season we learned that Josh has a really bad memory. I'm thinking though, what we're kind of inching towards is the conclusion that he may have brain damage.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like,
forget that.
Actual brain damage.
Burgundy's red? Doesn't burgundy just sound like it should be brown?
No, because it's not fucking ugly.
But it sounds like it should be brown. Burgundy? Burgundy.
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 Brown. Not the same. See? They're totally different.
Burgundy.
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 It's powerful. Brown. Ugly. Brown.
Brown, burgundy,
Brown
bad.
sounds like if your asshole could talk, that's the sound it would make whenever it's taking a shit.
Brown. You know, I saw something that said that
Chartreuse.
that your asshole when you poop makes it like it does the same movements as your mouth when you say poop. Think about that.
Are you joking
No,
right now?
a poop. Do it with your mouth.
Are
and
you
then-
joking?
No, imagine.
Josh, we talked about this on the podcast.
Did
and
we
I'm not-
actually?
Oh my god.
Did we actually? Oh my gosh. What the fuck do I do when I'm here? We talked
have
about
to
that?
go-
We talked about that?
I'm not. Yes.
Did we talk about that?
On
You're
pod.
not lying
There's
to me.
there's no bit here. Like
Which
I'm
episode?
Totally serious. It is one of our most recent episodes.
No way. Really?
Yes, because
No
I
way,
remember
I-
vividly re-listening to it.
What? Oh my gosh.
We have to schedule you a CT scan, I think. Like I'm not joking.
Huh.
We have to go get
Is chartreuse
tests
green?
run on you. Just look it up and decide. Please.
Chartreuse.
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 I don't know who to
It's yellow.
I don't know who to call about this. Like,
It's not a problem, bro.
do
Relax.
do we need to talk to a specialist, a neurologist?
Is that green or yellow? It's a yellow green
Oh my
or greenish yellow.
yeah, I'm gonna make some calls after this, and I'm gonna see what my insurance covers, and I'm gonna put you on my insurance plan. I think for this is important to me.
Oh, whatever.
Everyone, I wish I was joking. Whenever the Patreon is up and running, hopefully that will not be too much longer. Almost all of this will go towards Josh's medical treatment.
Rehabilitation.
Because I'm horrified that he could have like a tumor the size of his kneecap somewhere in there.
Dude, what if it's one of those situations where you take the tumor out and then I lose like all my hearing?
No, I would say keep it in. Like,
Yeah, right?
like there's too many variables, and like if they give you 5 months to live, we're cranking out as many episodes as possible.
We'll do it for you.
That's all I'm saying. No, we do it for us.
Do it for myself.
Yeah, I mean, why would you do any? If you're about to fucking die, you better be living for yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but I'm telling them, especially if you're on my insurance, I'm telling them keep that shit in.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get a say. I'm your executor.
Yeah,
now.
you're like
I'm your power of attorney.
I was gonna say I give you power of attorney. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah. See, I'm glad we did it while he was still in his right mind. It's fucking awful.
Oh God,
Man,
damn!
we covered
holy
a
shit.
lot of fucking ground.
Dude.
What are we
I
at
don't
for
remember.
time?
Okay,
He's still asleep.
he's still asleep. He's absolutely still passed out.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture
Yeah,
for the Insta, but also for him.
this is why he doesn't get paid. By the way,
Oh my god, yeah. Could you imagine if I
Yeah.
fell asleep on the fucking job like
on
he
a
does?
job, how unprofessional is that?
And he's gonna listen to this back, and he's gonna realize that I'm docking his pay again. Right now.
Even more so.
That's I believe, a negative 3.5 multiplier. So that means that he owes us 3.5 times his gambling debt.
yeah, which is substantial, but we don't need to get into that here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's not really worth going over again. I
need to
think
see that picture once you take
Oh,
it
yeah,
because
absolutely.
I can't see him from where I'm at.
the reason that I'm taking a picture is because he has fallen asleep in the most uncomfortable position I think I've ever seen a human being fall asleep in.
He was really
Like,
tired. I know.
I think that soldiers that are like in trenches have better sleeping
see.
conditions than he does.
Are
Right now.
trenches still a thing? Are there still trenches?
Trench warfare is not really a thing. It's kind
Yeah, I
of
didn't
fallen out of
think so.
fashion.
Yeah, it's drone warfare now.
That's trenches in the air, really. If you think about it.
Exactly.
Uh,
It's trenches back at the office while you're running a drone.
playing
you know.
Flight Simulator.
Yeah, you know.
Um,
Let me see.
if you want to see the picture, go follow the socials.
Yeah,
Link will
Link
be
below.
Don't assume that it's below.
links somewhere on the screen up here in the corner.
You fuck. What if they don't have a screen? What if this is like a neural implant?
Who
that they're
doesn't have a
listening to?
screen?
What if this future proofing, Josh? What if this? First of all, we could press this onto vinyl, and have the link on the vinyl,
bro?
okay? Like the link on the back,
We
or like
actually
the
need
insert.
to do
Nope,
that.
shut the fuck up. Or neural implant. Okay. And
What if-
we're like, think with the right side of your brain to click the link in your brain, neural link.
What
you
would
know?
that be like? Thinking with the opposite side of your brain.
Well, we think with both sides pretty much all the time.
yeah, that whole.
I'm like
whole,
adjusting my dick right now.
Good job.
Because I forget we're on video, but also because I wore the sweats today, you know. So any slight
I got my
adjustment,
leggings on.
any slight adjustment, it leaves a lot of tumbling room, you know.
Dude,
like
I gotta
it's comfy
say-
because it's spacious in the dick area, but also it like waves around.
I like.
It wags.
I like leggings.
Hot take. I'm a big legging guy too.
I like
I agree.
leggings.
I don't think it's as hot of a take as it used to be.
I don't
because,
know.
Like dudes wear them under shorts all the time now.
Yeah,
especially
well, I mean
for
that's
working
how
out.
how I'm wearing it.
I-
No, okay, don't wear leggings by themselves.
I mean, you can.
You
but
can, but
you're gonna have a lot of
don't.
camel tail going on. Just not worth it. You know, like I think it's fine if you
I
want to
wouldn't
show
do
that
it.
shit off, but do other people want to see it? That's the question. Probably not.
No. No.
Anyway, we can do that. So you got to future proof. Don't say click the link below because we don't know where this is going. We don't know where the link will be.
Fucking
Wherever the link is,
just
find
go
it.
to the socials.
and
Yeah,
follow
you
it.
have the power
Yeah,
of Google.
and that is where I will be posting this photo.
All right. That's crazy.
How?
Yeah, I don't actually know. Like that. How he's
Poor guy. And just for some fun little BTS for everybody, Wyatt was the one tonight who was the most ambitious out of all of us.
He wanted to do a lot of recording.
He wanted to do significantly more than we will be getting done.
exactly. Yeah.
Josh and I have no clue how to operate this new camera either.
Yeah.
So we might just,
Have some BTS.
no, we might just dip out.
Oh, we just leave it
leave
recording.
Just leave him
leave it
sitting in the
like
chair. No, I feel like we have to wake him up simply because his neck is gonna hurt. in the
yeah,
morning
he's
if
gonna
we do
feel
not
bad.
wake him
He's
up.
gonna feel bad. Well, I don't know how long we've been recording or how long we've been talking about, but
No
we'll
clue.
love you.
We have no producer.
Exactly.
Like this is raw dogging it right now,
dude.
And
We
Wyatt
need
was
to-
here for most of it.
We need to put that on a T-shirt. I'm sure it's already on a
Raw
T-shirt.
dogging it.
Yeah, raw dogging it.
I'm with it.
Anyway, we love you.
Love you. So glad you're here for season 3 and everything that is to come.
Bigger and badder than ever on video.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a good rhyme. I was trying to. But
Oh,
we're on
see,
video.
maybe I'm better at rhyming than you because we didn't do that.
Okay, fuck you. so happy you're here, and stay tuned because I say this. I think at the start of every season, big things coming. But we've continually upped the fucking ante, so stick with us. We're gonna up some more antes.
We're gonna put that ante.
No, bitch, shut the fuck up. We're gonna up the ante all up in your bitch's panty. Okay.
Hoes with different area codes.